Hey guys, so tonight I'm going to do a guided tour of Krakow in Poland. Tonight the tour is going to include the Cloth Hall, the main market square, St. Mary's Basilica, Mariacka Square, and also Florianska Street. So straight ahead in the center you can see the main Cloth Hall of Krakow. That is the central point of the city. In the 15th century, people met at this Cloth Hall to trade and do business. They had all kinds of exotic products from all over the world, and businessmen went there, traders went there to negotiate and to trade their products. And it's just magnificent. The architecture is absolutely fantastic here in Krakow. So in the center here you can see the waterfall. All the people sitting out, relaxing, enjoying the summer night. It's the 6th of July today in 2022. So basically the weather's around 30 degrees every day here in the summertime. Very hot and warm summers here in Poland. It's a lot hotter than the UK. Let me get a bit closer so you get a better view here of the Cloth Hall. So it's got all pillars here on the outside, all around the outside of the building. And then above you can see a cafe. And I do recommend that cafe to go up there because you get a view of the whole square. And I believe this is probably the biggest main market square in Europe as well. So straight in the middle you can see a white church with a green roof, just walking towards it now. And that one also looks very nice. I like the spire on the top. Let me swing the camera around. Straight ahead there in the center you have the Hard Rock Cafe, where all the Brits and the tourists meet up. I think there's one in every city in the world. And right ahead of you, you have St. Mary's Basilica, which dates back to the 14th century. So it's very, very old. And it's very, very high as well. And that's where a lot of the guided tours here, the walking tours and everything, they start there from St. Mary's Basilica. So the outside of the square, it's full of bars and restaurants, and people sit on the terraces and they people watch until late in the night in the summer. Bars and restaurants close very late at night here in Krakow. It's not like the UK where they close about 12 at night. It's open for the whole night here. So here's the horse and carts in the middle, and that's a lovely way to see the city. They're really beautiful to look at. And there's lots and lots of them actually. There's a row of about 10 horse and carts there. I think they're really nice for a photograph as well. So there's the Amalia Steakhouse, the first one there. And if I swing round here, you can just see all these bars and restaurants. So currency exchange on the corner there. If you go down the Yarna Street, you get to the Irish pub. There's the Rouge Terrace straight ahead. That's a very popular one. It's been open for many, many years. It was there 7 years ago when I moved to Krakow, actually. Costa Coffee in the middle. Like every city in Europe, they have a Costa Coffee here. If you carry on, there's a few steakhouses there and restaurants. And if you go straight ahead, you get through to a square called the Shepansky Square. And that's also with some really good restaurants and bars in the Shepansky Square. So look at the horses and carts again. So if you go straight ahead in the middle, you get inside the Cloth Hall. And in the Cloth Hall, they have all shops. It's like a market, really. And they sell handmade goods. They sell all different souvenirs. And a lot of tourists walk around there in the Cloth Hall. It gets very, very busy every day, especially in the winter months when it's all rainy and cold here. Oh, so they have English fish and chips here at the Amalia as well. I have to try that one day. And Żywiec, the sign there, that's a very popular Polish beer. So all these umbrellas are advertising Żywiec. It's a strong beer. It's about 5.6%. Staropolska, so that one's for Polish food. It's a lovely place to sit here in the summertime and just people watch. We have a pizza restaurant there on the left side called Virtuoso. It looks very nice. But if you're a foodie, Krakow's a brilliant city because it's just full of restaurants. There's just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of restaurants everywhere here. I really like this one, this Piano Rouge one on the left side. It doesn't look like much from the outside, but if you go into Piano Rouge and you go downstairs into the cellar, it's a beautiful piano bar. They have really nice live music, and I do recommend it. I do go there sometimes when my family come. So you just go straight ahead and you go down the steps there to get into the cellar. Many of the restaurants here are actually built in basements and cellars. They're underground. I don't know why, but and tonight's nice and fresh, actually. The evenings are just lovely here in the summertime. And Polish people like to walk around and buy these bread rolls. I do recommend that you buy a bread roll here when you come and try them. It's fresh bread from Poland, and Poland's famous for these bagels. Straight ahead on the corner on the left side, we have the Bulldog Bar, where all the British hang out. It's one of the most popular British pubs in Krakow. And people can sit there, look at the square, and they have a live music every night in the Bulldog. It's a really good laugh in there, actually, but the Brits love it, especially the Brits. You carry on down there, and you get into the small square. They call it the Maui Rynek. Straight ahead on the right side, that's where you have the Maui Rynek, and there's some bars and restaurants there as well. I'm just showing you so you can feel the vibe of what it's like here in Krakow. And there's lots of these scooters everywhere here as well. The scooters just absolutely everywhere in this city. They're really, really popular. They're very cheap to go on, and it's a quick way to get around, but they're really dangerous because they go fast on the pavements here. And I have seen people hit by the scooters. On the right side, we have the jazz club. You pay a small entry fee, maybe £4 or £5 to see a jazz show. It's quite nice, actually. On the right side, we have the Basilica. Really nice bar, Basilica, because they do beers for just over £1. So if you find any Basilica in Krakow, you'll get a beer for just over £1, a local beer, or you can get the international beers, like some Czech beers, for about £2. And this street is called Florianska Street, and it has lots of clothes shops. Here is a leather boutique. Left side, we have the currency exchange jewelry shop. The Viva la Pinta, which is a craft beer pub here on the right side. So you go past the souvenir stalls, and at the end of that corridor where it says Antiki, there's actually a bar there if you want to try some local craft beers. There's the Batha pub and the Choice Nightclub on the right side. So you go down that corridor and you turn left, and on Friday, Saturdays, they have a nightclub down there called Choice Club. And here in Krakow, we have all these lovely cobbled streets as well. And it says Lodi there on the left, that means ice cream. And Polish people are crazy about ice cream. So I really like Florianska Street. It's one of my favorite streets in the city. And here is Starbucks coffee. I love Starbucks. I go there every day. And it's basically the same price as in England for coffee here. It's about £2, £3, £4 for a coffee. And this street's always busy, full of tourists and locals. There's a special vibe on this street as well. People like to walk all around the city and enjoy the vibe. Now on the left side here is a special place where you can get hot wine. They like hot wine and hot beer here in Poland. I've been there before. It's very popular. So Florianska Street here is definitely one of the best streets in Krakow. I do recommend Florianska Street, guys. On the left side we have Huki Muki, where all the young people hang out. I really like Huki Muki. You can get a jug of beer for 20 zloty, which is about £4. So I recommend that you check it out. It's another traditional cobbled street down there on the left side. There's a Trattoria de Gusti there on the left side. That looks all posh and trendy. If you want to drink some wine and have some Italian food, it might be nice. They have a nice balcony as well where you can overlook the street. Look at the architecture and look at the faces on the buildings. The architecture here on every street in Krakow is fantastic. It comes back to Venetian times. It was part of Vienna, actually, in the past. And the Austrians came here, from Vienna, and the Austrians created this architecture and created these buildings, and that's why they look so nice. On the right side, you have the beer house bar, and if you go above, they have a restaurant. They have a lunch menu between 12 and 4, and you pay 25 zloty, which is £5. And in there you'll get a 2 or 3 course lunch for the £5. I do recommend it. So you go up the steps, they've got a hostel up there, but they've got a restaurant up there as well, and you'll have a really nice lunch, and you can choose out of pastas and pizzas and all kinds, burgers. On the left side you have the famous vodka bar, Pielnia Vodka Bar, where you get vodka shots for £1 and you get a beer for about £1.50. It's very, very cheap, that bar. All the locals go there. They love Pielnia. And in the center, guys, you can see Florian's Gate. And this tower, it dates back to the 14th century, and it was built in the past to protect Poland. It's one of the most amazing things to see in the city. And you walk under the Florian's Gate there through the tunnel, and you can see the Barbican. Here it is. And it looks really, really impressive. And on the right side you have Spolin Deluxe, one of the best nightclubs in Krakow. Prices are very reasonable. It's about £2 for a pint of Czech beer in there. They have a dance floor. It's great fun. I do recommend it. So guys, I have to go. Thank you very much for watching my YouTube video today, my guided tour. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Travel with Col. So that's Travel with Col with a C-O-L. Thank you very much, guys. Bye-bye. Good night.